Welcome back to the Evolven How-To series, Day in the Life with Evolven. Today we're going to look at audit team's requirements and resolve some of the questions that you may get using the Evolven data. Let's take a look. So today my role is going to be two parts. I'm going to be a change auditor, as well as I'm going to be somebody within production support that may be answering the auditing questions. There's three key things that the auditors want today. First is some information around Tomcat servers. Second one around the F5 servers made on October 29th. And then lastly, they got a notice of a compliance issue through one of our policies. So we're going to try to resolve all three of those very quickly and very accurately. So the first one we're going to look at is the Tomcat servers. We're going to look at the on-demand loans and answer these three quick questions. Now we're looking at the time period over the last few days that the auditors are asking us about. And last night we had an audit change that went in that they want to look at the Tomcat servers. So very quickly we're going to focus on this time period. And remember they asked for the Tomcat servers, so we're going to filter on that very quickly. So now we can see the four servers. Now remember the questions that they asked us first off was, is this consistent? Well, the answer is it was not consistently rolled out. We can see all four changes only went to our Tomcat 01 server, but not to the Tomcat 02 and 03. But when we review the RFC, this is actually an authorized change. The reason being was the RFC said we would only change Tomcat 01 on these four parameters, let it run for 2 days, and then we'll change Tomcat 02 and 03 if we have no issues over the next 48 hours. So this one was authorized and appropriate. Second question that was asked was, were there any unauthorized changes that happened over the last two periods since that change went in? And we can see very quickly that it does not look like we had any authorized changes, but what we will do is we'll still go ahead, look at our Tomcat servers, and we'll request any unauthorized changes. And we can see over the time period that we're being asked about, there were 8 changes total, and all of them were authorized. So now let's move on to our next question around the F5 servers. Now we can see that we're being asked on October 29th, there were 5 changes made to the F5 servers. It was according to RFC 1001 that these were changed. They want to know, were they completed accurately? Were they consistent? Or were there any inconsistencies? And again, were there any unauthorized changes in the last time period on that F5 servers? So let's take a look. So now we're back looking at that same time period. And what we need to do first is find that change ticket 1001. By hovering over our service desk ticket information, we can see right there is the change 1001. So now what we can do is we can filter on that time period. And as we did before, we can very quickly, with a single click, look at the F5 servers. We can see that there are the 5 servers, or the 5 changes that went in on the servers. The auditor can cross-reference it very quickly. And we can also see that it was consistently deployed across all the appropriate servers. Second question that was asked, remember, was that they wanted to know any unauthorized changes during the same time period that we're looking at here. So again, we're looking at all of the F5 servers. And now we can see very quickly that we did actually have an unauthorized change. So during this time period, one of these came up as unauthorized change, and we can see right here that it's a timeout setting. And this timeout setting was changed. We can very quickly request, it looks like it was consistently deployed across all the F5 servers. We can send this off to the networking team and ask them why this was done outside of an RFC change request, and the auditors can assess where the process breakdown happened. Now, the last thing that we looked at, what the auditors wanted to look at, was a policy breach that they got an alert on. So let's take a look at that real quick. So as you can see here, the auditors asked for a real quick look at the alert that they got from a compliancy alert. So let's take a look and see what's going on. So as we can see right now on our dashboard that the auditors have, they did get a non-compliant alert that has degraded in the last few minutes. So what we're going to do here very quickly is we're going to select this and see which one of those policies is out of compliance. And now we can very quickly see that it's a remote admin firewall setting. Basically, a Windows IIS 003 has been turned from false to true. And very quickly, we can take a look at the policy, and we can see that the policy states that all Windows servers must have remote admin turned to false. So the auditors now can take this information very quickly, go back to the web team, or we could create a ticket to have this turned back to false. This is a non-compliant issue, so this is an immediate remediation that needs to be taken effective to get that back to current policy state. So let's review what we did with our auditors today. We were asked to take a look at Tomcat servers, F5 servers, and a policy compliance alert that they were getting today. And in under 5 minutes, we were able to accurately answer these questions for the auditors. This is very timely questions that the auditors need to have answered. And we were able to do this and move back on to our daily activities. I hope this helped today using Evolven around the audit process. Please look forward to others in our series and have a great day.